Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I am here with one of the things I've been most excited about that I have on my list to have us make and have ready for our junk journal, and that is beads made out of the book paper. So yes, you can make these out of any kind of paper, but I am suggesting the book paper, and we're going to be making beads that we'll be able to use in our books, and they will go along with our theme because we're using a lot of book paper. And isn't it cool? We've probably used up a few pages. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your book paper and put it into your trimmer, and you want to get into I like to get into the area where the writing is. And you're going to just start making these long triangles. Okay, so you can just keep going back and forth. Just like this. Okay. So you're going to end up with quite a stack of them. And yeah, so I would make at least like 5 to 10 of these beads. We can always use them in some other project. But for what we have in store, we're going to want some for the tassel. We're going to probably want some for charms. And remember, we're also doing a mini book, so we might want some for that as well. So after you have cut those, and you can cut them with scissors, it's okay. It's okay that this area is white, but what I do is I come down here and I trim it off so that I end up with some words at the end. Okay, so the next thing I do is this is going to be the wrong side because I see there's no words there. So I come back and I start about ½ inch in, and I just wiggle some glue along all the way down, all the way to the tip. Okay, and I leave this because I don't want this to get stuck to my toothpick. Okay, so I'm going to use a toothpick for this. You could use a skewer, or if you have a special bead rolling tool. Yes, there is one. My friend Adrienne has the special bead rolling tools. Made this once in Campfire Girls back when I was probably a bluebird because it was day camp. Okay, so you're just going to get it started, press it underneath the toothpick, and you're going to roll it. Okay. On this particular one, it's okay if it's a little bit loose to start with, but then after that, as you're rolling it, you want it to be pretty much pretty attached. That first couple is going to be okay. So there we go. We just roll it down. Roll it, roll it. And if you don't want your bead this big and fat, you can stop it at any point. Okay? And then there's going to be glue sticking out, and I just take that glue and go around, and it will give us a glossy edge to our bead. And I take it off the Q-tip, take it off the toothpick, and put it to the side. So again, we're going to come up and trim it where the words stop. So let's use this one. So we've trimmed it where the word stops. Turn it over. Start about ½ inch in. Wiggle it up. All the way to the point. Come down. So yes, this is something that you can do. You might even want to make, well, we don't really have any scraps yet. But when we get to the point where we have little scraps of paper, we can make beads with those as well. So yeah, so at least do a book page worth. I'm struggling to get this one started, but once we get started, it goes. It's not round. That's the problem. There we go. Now we can just roll it, roll it. Okay, so you want to be using a glue that will dry clear, and there we go. And then we're going to take the glue and go around it and pull it off. Okay, so these are book paper beads, and this is the first type that we're going to do. So again, we'll do it one more time. And so down below, what are some of the things that you might use these for? We made necklaces back in that day when I first made these. Then many years later, in a Bible study group that I was in that had a craft class along with it, we made bracelets. We did paper beads and some other beads that were awesome. So like I said, this is just one of the types of beads that we'll be doing, but we'll want to have these for our, like I said, for our tassel. And using a toothpick, we get a pretty good size hole that we're going to be able to thread ribbon or something through there. That was my other reasoning for using the toothpick, was I wanted the bigger hole so that we would be able to use it with the white ribbon that is in the kit. If you don't have the Spring Blossom kit, that's okay, because it's just, I think it's like an 1/8 of an inch, the 1/8 inch ribbon. You know, the one that you can get for like 50 cents for a roll of it. Okay, again, just going around the edge so that we seal it. And there we go. So I have 4, and now I have a little bit of glue on my desk. So before it dries like this, and I have to take the credit card to it along with the baby wipe, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it with the baby wipe. Because, you know, the next project, we don't want to end up with any glue on it. So there we go. Paper beads. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, isn't this fun? And wait till you see what we are going to do with them. It's going to be cool. It's going to be so cool. So yeah, make 10 of them. If you're following along, make at least 10 of these beads. And then you can make some that are more round and fat, okay, because you're going to still use the same length, but you use a thinner width, and let's show you what's going to happen with that. Okay, you're going to want some of those that are all the way from the bottom to the top of the word, okay? You're going to want at least 10 of these, but then you can come back and you can make some of these too. Okay, I'm just bringing it down to start it. Sorry, that I think it's probably out of frame. Okay, you start it just the same. Then we're going to roll it. Roll it, okay? So the skinnier that you start out, and then you're going to make it fat, it's going to be more round than elongated. So you're going to end up with a little fat bead, hopefully, right? Okay, so you see, there we have a little fat bead. Okay, and you could even get it smaller, like half that size, and you would have just a little tiny round bead. So you can go ahead and make some of those as well. If you'd like, I know some of you have been pulling in and using other papers and making the flowers and the pockets and things using other papers from your stash. Go ahead. You know, make some of these beads with those other colors. This is what this is all about. It's all about getting these ideas and then making it your own. I thank you for joining me today in the Spring Blossom Embellishment Series. And I hope you're enjoying these ideas using book paper. And hopefully your stack is getting smaller than mine is. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're following along, please let me know. Also, would love to see your pictures of what you're doing in the Facebook group, Scrap All About It, with Dearjuliejulie. I've added the with Dearjuliejulie, so hopefully that it'll make it easier for people to find. So again, that's the Facebook group, Scrap All About It, with Dearjuliejulie. That's me. Again, I'm so glad you're here. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and have an amazing day. Bye.